Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. And I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and blessings to the hopeful elect out there, listening and learning, teaching this word in sincerity and truth, in the hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahushai, especially in these last days. And I didn't have a major lesson planned. I just wanted to just, touch on this. There was a particular advert that I had seen as I was surfing on the YouTube, just watching different videos. And I came across an advert, advertising pretty much this smart ring. All right. And pretty much they call it the twin smart ring. I mean, it might have different names. This is like old news. Brothers probably already done videos on this, seen this. This particular video was put up 9 months ago that I'm about to show you a clip of. And it pretty much outlines the way in which people can, conveniently pay by just fist pumping with the smart ring. I don't want to call the title of this lesson, but I'll probably call it something like from smart ring to RFID chip or microchip. And that NFC technology, or the RFID, across the pond as they call it, that technology is soon to be installed inside of people. And when I say installed inside of people, I mean like physically implanted, and installed into people like they're just like machines, like they're robots. And this is how they're gradually introducing, the more convenient ways to pay. You lost your credit card, you lost your card, you ain't got no cash, don't worry about it. As long as you got this ring, you can pretty much one ring to rule them all. Kind of remind me of Lord of the Rings, but as long as you got this ring, you can pretty much pay with this ring. All right, but it ain't gonna stop there. It's gonna go to the chip. All right, as we know. And that's why the scriptures speak about, being not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. All right. Because we got to know exactly what this devil's tricks are. Since I mentioned that, let me go ahead and get 2nd Ezra 2. Sorry, not 2nd Ezra. Got Ezra's on the brain. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that's the thing. One of the devices of Satan, is to pretty much trick everyone to be connected to the Internet of Things in order that they might move freely throughout his society in order to be able to buy and sell. Because the scriptures tell us clearly that no one's going to be able to buy or sell, unless he have the mark, which is a physical thing that the Apostle John saw on the Isle of Patmos. He saw people receiving the physical implantation, of that chip. All right, so we ain't going to stop here. So let me go ahead and I'm going to show you a little bit of this here. Okay, this clip.
It's really, really cool. It works so well. It sort of fits into my life seamlessly, and it does exactly what you think it should do. Basically, whenever I go to pay for something, I basically just fist pump the contactless device, and boom, I paid for it. It's simply connect.
And boom, he's paid for it, man. So, they're pretty much, these guys are over the moon about this technology, and see, they're advertising it like it's the best thing ever, but soon it's gonna get to a point where, this chip that they're gonna push out is gonna be the, the source for you being able to actually make trade, to be able to, go get food and so on and so forth. And that's why, we got to trust in the Lord in these last days, man, because things are about to get real heavy, to the point where we're going to have to be relying solely upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for absolutely everything, for getting up another day, for being able to get food, to being able to go from one place to the next. Like, the Lord is going to have to be with us because, Esau's about to set up these chipping stations, concentration camps, bring out the guillotines, for anyone that ain't, about his RFID chip. All right. So I noticed they've been pushing this contactless thing hard ever since the pandemic. All right, so that's another reason why we're not to be ignorant of Satan's devices. Okay, because we know that Esau's got, he's coming down with that great wrath. Let's get Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's exactly what Esau's doing. He knows he has a short time, so he has to pretty much massage this idea of the convenience of being able to fist bump just to pay for things, and gradually push it to where the MOTB is pushed out. All right, and he deceives the people into taking it, and deceives them by cutting off wealth, cutting off handouts, cutting off welfare, cutting off, being able to buy and sell, cutting off being able to go from one place to another, restrictions, like if you have bad credit and you can't get certain things because of your bad credit, you can't rent a home because of your bad credit. I don't know, you got a CCJ or you got a default on your account, you can't get certain things out on loan, you can't take a loan out because you got bad credit. Well, your bad credit is going to come in the form of you not playing ball with Esau's system and not taking that chip. All right, and that's that great wrath in a short time. All right, so he's going to deceive people into taking that chip. Okay, which is in the next chapter over, Revelation 13 and 16, which we should all be familiar with this. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is a physical thing, an implantation of that chip. Okay, the charagma. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. And what did he just speak about? Being able to pay for things by fist pumping.
I basically just fist pump, the contactless device, and boom, I paid for it.
All right, you be able to pay for things with that chip eventually. All right, and that's why it says that no man might buy or sell. All right, so you being able to pay for things, it's going to go beyond just fist bumping. It's going to be, the chip's going to be inside your hand or in your head. And this is exactly what John was seeing. Okay, so let's go to Ephesians 5 and 15. All right, I always like reading this scripture as well. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. So we have to be circumspect how we walk out here, meaning look around us, and spectate around us what's going on. Being wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. There's gonna come a time, where they are gonna set up them chipping stations, where they are gonna be having them guillotines glistening, and pretty much chopping off people's heads, man. That don't bow down and worship the image of the beast, and declare it openly by taking that mark. It's gonna be punishable by death. All right, it says redeeming the time, man, because the days are evil. People are taking things for granted right now, but that's that peace and safety spirit, and that's why, it's needful for us to really stay in the spirit and meditate upon the things that are coming and not getting lost, with the affairs of this life, being carried away with the affairs of this life, because, if you're distracted even in the slightest by the affairs of this life, pretty much when that time comes, hey, we want to be as stable as we can be through the spirit. Like the scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength for salvation. And that's why pouring in to the things of the spirit rather than the flesh is going to benefit us in these last days greatly. We're going to be able to withdraw from that spiritual bank account and stay stable when everyone else is bugging out and all hell is breaking loose. When they push out major crisis and all kinds of attacks are happening, and they declare it, mandatory for everyone to take that chip. Because there's going to be so much chaos out here, chaotic situations playing out, that in order for them to establish order, which is the NWO, or order ab chaos, as the phrase goes, by that new world order that they want established, they want people to have that chip, man. All right, so we have to know, and there's many more people that's going to be, be destroyed, and that's going to be saved. The scriptures speak about the broad way, man, that leadeth to destruction. So people that are actually looking at this like it's the best thing ever, you best believe that if you're looking at that like, if you're looking at this device now like it's the best thing ever, then pretty much you're pre-primed, to take the chip. They've already got you, they've already won you over mentally, to the point where, you just see this as a great convenience to your life. So what's to stop you going, the next step and getting something physically implanted in your skin? All right, then you never have to worry about losing the ring. Even the ring, like you can take it off. You go, you take a shower. Oh shit, I misplaced my ring. I took it off when I was washing my hands, or I was washing the dishes. Took it off when I was going in the shower, in the bath. Now I've lost my ring. Now anyone that has that ring can just scan my, and pay. That's too inconvenient. See, they're pushing that convenience with this. Let's play a bit more.
It's simply connected to my curve card, which is another bonus because with my curve card is one card to rule them all. I can basically...
Oh shit, you know what he just said? And I just made a statement. I didn't even see this part, because that's the spirit, man. I said it kind of reminds me of Lord of the Rings, one ring to rule them all. And he said one card to rule them all. So that's the spirit, you see? So this is what I'm saying. And it's like, in Esau and his society, it's one chip to rule them all. Like once you get that chip, pretty much you ain't even yourself no more, because Esau can control you with that. Can threaten you with it, can manipulate you with that. Once you have that inside of you, he can make you do what he wants you to do, and threaten to cut off your chip, and you can just be frozen out of society. Like they show you in the movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, man. And you can't go into certain zones, all right, unless you got a certain amount of time on your wrist. That's what it's going to be like with that chip, or like in the Hunger Games, and they separate cities into like districts and that. And what the scripture says, that man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? That's in 2nd Ezra 15. Let's get that one real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 15. All right, and this is biblical prophecy, man. All right, this is going to happen. And all the scoffers and, those that are, they're declaring their unfaithfulness, man, they're going to be caught out there, okay? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, that's it. There's going to be a time you're going to desire to go from one place to the next, and you ain't going to be able, because you ain't going to have that chip. Just like they showed you in I Am Legend with Will Smith. All right, and he had his family with him. He had his wife and his child, and they were trying to cross the border and trying to cross a bridge or get on a helicopter or whatever. And they had the troop station there at the checkpoint, and their foreheads were being scanned, all right, to see if they had the virus or not. And I believe that his wife in the movie, her forehead got scanned, and she came up as basically like she had a virus or something. And he was like, scan her again. And he scanned her again, and then they pretty much let her through or something, something along those lines. I can't really remember, the complete accuracy of the actual scene, but something along those lines happened. But then he ended up staying behind, I believe, because I think he was like a scientist and he was working for a cure, for the virus. And they always show you these movies with like people, turning into zombies and that, because that's what it's going to be out here. People are going to be, eating each other, like cannibalism. It's coming back in a major way. And cannibalism is a part of the scriptures, man. That's part of biblical prophecy. It's actually happened before, but it's going to happen again. All right, like the scripture say, nothing new under the sun. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Yeah, like them zombies. People are going to be getting hacked to death, bludgeoned. Why? It says, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So the scenes out here are going to be like the road. It's going to be like children of men. Like you're going to have one people standing up to fight against another, taking each other out. This is what these biblical prophecies are outlining. All right, so what are we supposed to be doing in this time? Okay, how are we supposed to be moving, man, in the spirit, man? Okay, because things are going to get really, really bad, And that's why I read Ephesians 5 and 15 on down about redeeming the time, because the days are evil. We're coming into some real hard to deal with type of scenarios. The day of the Lord, it's not going to be no joke. And Lord willing, I'm going to do another lesson dealing with the return of Yahweh Shai and what he's coming back to do, because we spoke about that at the camp yesterday, which is spiritual. The spirit had brothers bringing out precepts, right before we were about to close out, about Yahweh Shai returning with the chariots, and what he's going to do and how he's going to come with fire, man. So this is what I'm saying. And Ezra saw this, and he saw Ezra describe, when you read 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, it describes the Lord coming back like on a giant mountain that he flew upon. Ezra said it was so big that he couldn't even see the end of it. All right, and after all of that destruction, that Ezra said, woe is me. Woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? All right, was it verse 17 in 2nd Ezra 16? It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? You see that? All right, so this is the time that we're in, man. Like the Lord, hey, when the Lord comes back, it's gonna be a time like no other since there was a nation. Daniel 12:1 goes into that. All right, Michael the archangel is coming back with Yahushai. All right, Daniel 12:1 goes into that. A time like no other since there was a nation. All right, so just speak about the patience and the faith of the saints, man. Let's go back to this clip here.
I can basically decide which of my various debit cards or credit cards I want to actually use to pay via my Curve Card app. But that's a different issue. The point is,
sort of like you got like a Google Wallet, you got Google Pay, where you can like link up all your cards into one wallet, electronic wallet. And they're doing this all by design, man. Pretty much, consolidating all methods of payment into one system. All right, and soon that system's going to be implanted inside of people. All right, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, okay? And this ring that they got now, people are gonna see it as like, something cool to stay hip and with the times, and you can see it, man. Different shapes, sizes. You can get different kind of rings, and and then sooner or later it's gonna get to the point where, everyone's gonna have to have that inside of them, because that's not safe enough. It's not secure enough. Someone could cut your finger off. Someone could take your ring off your finger. Someone could start using your ring and say that it's theirs, So this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what's going to start happening. They're going to say that the safest way, for people to pay, the safest way to pay is for you to have that chip. And that's what, no man might buy or sell. So it's going to be specifically affecting people's ability to be able to pay for things. That's what we know, according to scripture. All right?
This is connected to my Curve Card. I don't need my phone or anything with me. If I do my shopping, I can go up to the cashless thing, show it my fist, and Bob's your uncle. And it works just as quick as your phone, if not slightly quicker, and just as...
See what I'm saying? So and that technology is already in the phones. So what they're doing is they're gradually getting people used to being able to, do transactions without cash. All right, that means no cash in hand jobs, no work on the side. People are going to be going crazy, man, because a lot of people actually sustain their families by doing side hustles on the side, getting paid in cash. And this is what Esau doesn't want. Obviously the tax man can't get a handle on that. He's losing a lot of money off of that. So in order to stop that, people, tax evading and stuff like that, they can say that this is a new, anti-fraud system that they're setting up in order to curb the chaos, of things not being optimized, via going through the cashless system, not being optimized through paying by cash in hand jobs on the side. But then they can regulate that now by having everything being tracked via digital means, and it's going to come in the form of the chip ultimately. Okay, so I just wanted to do a little quick update on this, smart rings and that. All right, playing with the twin smart rings. So you got this whole smart ring thing happening. Like I said, this is old news, put up 9 months ago. But I saw the advert come on the TV today, like I said, and I just said, well, I'm going to do a lesson on that. And the spirit hit me to do it now. So I pray this was edifying. And this is what we got to keep speaking about, because, you got other camps out there, that they ain't teaching you about the mark of the beast. They ain't teaching you what it really is according to the true doctrine. And we tell you that it's the chip, it's the microchip that they're going to bring out, and they're going to cause everyone pretty much to take that, and they're going to deceive the people to taking it. All right, but at least you heard it from us. You know what it is. That's why we got to blow the trumpet the right way. The scriptures speak about blowing the trumpet with an uncertain sound, and that's not what we're here to do. All right, because now you're deceiving the people. All right, so with that, I pray this was edifying. Kah halal yamla Yahweh b'Hashem Yahushai b'Hashem Rakak Kodash, and shalom to the hopeful elect.